Tabphone season, or smartlet, or phablet, or whatever you want to call it. I just call it schnitzel, because you know what you're having on your ear and in your palm. And this one is the Asus Fonepad Note FHD6, as you can see over here. It's 6 inches display, full HD, so for just around about 350 euros here in Germany, Europe, so at least half the price of the Note 3. We are coming to this back later on. I wanted to present you this and what you're getting for your price. This is just the usual, but I wanted to show you a little bit closer this one over here, because you have that in-ear phone pads with 3 different sizes of these tops over here, so resting great in your ear. So just making that clear what you're getting for your money. But let's go back to the phone, and that's the interesting thing, especially because I wanted to present you that design. I really find that great with those sharp edges down here. On the other hand, you have that pure plastic and glossy back, like on the Note 2, sorry, for example. So you will see your fingerprints, of course, after just seconds or minutes or whatever. And this is 8-megapixel camera shooting videos with full HD, but as you can see, there's no LED, no flash or whatever. So it depends on your personal things, what you want to have. I don't need that flash at any kind, because on close distance it's too bright and faces don't look good, and on longer distances it's useless. So for me it's no big topic, but I wanted to present you this. And as you can see down here, Intel inside, meaning you have an Intel processor, but it's not that one Asus is presenting on its website, saying it's the Atom Z2560. It's not correct. I checked that with different tools over here. It's definitely the Z2580. So it's not 1.6 gigahertz. It's a dual core with 2 gigahertz. And the RAM is 2 gigabytes, so it's a little bit more powerful, I guess. I haven't had any time to do benchmarks, but I will do together with that battery running tests. But those take some days, so that will follow a bit later in the final review, as you know that. And another mistake I found on the website, the size, right? It's 89 by 165 millimeters, all right. But it's not 2.3 millimeters, maybe on that edge over here, just on the corner. But on most places down here on the back, it's 11.1 millimeters. And the weight is not 210, but 218 grams, so a little bit more. Nevertheless, it's heavy, of course, and it's heavier than the Note 3, but it's a bigger screen. It's 11% bigger than the Note 3. We're talking about on the size, it's 75 by 132 millimeters, meaning a diagonal of 152 millimeters or 4.98 inches. So, and again, it's the same resolution. I just tapped 1080 by 1920 pixels. And that's 210 pixels per square millimeter, or 368 ppi. And Asus is telling us it's a brightness of 450 nit. All right, that won't say to you that much, I guess, but as you can see, this is maximum brightness and no automatic or whatever activated. So this here, I hope you can see in the video too, it's not pure white, it's more than a bright gray or something like that. So it's not the brightest display I've seen, but it's okay. And it's IPS plus, so you have great viewing angles, even if you see it on the phone, on the video here. In nature, it's not that big a deal, but it's getting a little bit darker. But I've seen better ones, I've seen worse ones, so let's call it it's okay, I guess. Coming to the battery, as you can see, it's fixed inside, so you can't remove the back, and it's having 3200 milliampere hours. And if you compare that to the size of the display, that's 6 inches, it's a little bit too small. So it's 13% below the average. And average is measured by all smartphones I reviewed in the last 12 months. So the actual smartphones a little bit better, but on the other hand, I don't know that Atom Z2580 processor. I don't know how much power its consumption. So maybe you're coming through a day, even through a busy one with that device. I have to test that, but that will, as I told you, need some days. So at the moment, I can't say. I'm not that positive, but on the other hand, again, we have a very low price compared to the Note 3. So even if it's a little bit shorter on battery, so maybe you'll find other solutions for that. We will have to see. And as you can see, it's almost pure Android on the user interface. It's Android 4.2.2. No word concerning some updates to 4.3. I don't know. But as you can see, that's very kind. It's almost that natural Android as you know it. Not much done from Asus configuring that surface. And as you can see, you can use different types of sort in the app launcher. And as you know, those home screens and over here, it's everything like you know it. But I wanted to show you at least something here concerning this stylus down here. And as you know it from the Note 3, here is launched that it's called Super Note, and on Samsung it's called Buddies. So you can arrange this, and you have on this stylus, let me go a little bit closer again over here. It's a little bit heavier than you would expect. It's not very heavy, but you know it's not that very light and some kind of cheap haptics, but it's okay, you can use it. And this button over here, and it's the same like on the Notes, you know, and you have that hover mode too. I hope you can see it over here, or I prepared, over here, yeah, calendar that I wanted to show you. You have that hover mode with that preview. And for those who don't know, I'm not touching the screen, just hovering over it. I hope you can see, not touching, hovering. And here we have that preview window down there. So you have previews on whatever you wanted, and you know from the Galaxy. I can't present everything because I don't have that time at the moment right here, right now. So just for a first impression, I hope you know what I mean. On the other hand, you have not LTE, you don't have NFC, and you don't have Bluetooth 4.0, just 3.0. So you don't have that low energy mode of that new Bluetooth, making possible some accessories like a key finder or whatever, working weeks or months with just a little bit of battery. So you don't have that one, but on the other hand, for that price, I guess it's okay, because you have Wi-Fi A, B, G, N, you have dual say HSDPI A, meaning you have double the capacity in 3G up to 42 megabit per second download. Yeah, well, and that's it. I guess that's a kind of that price thing over here, and most, I guess, can arrange with that for that price, and these ones who don't, that are going to the Note 3 paying as at least almost double the price. Yeah, and battery, I told you, internal and memory is 13 gigabyte, at least that model over here we're having in Germany right now. I read about an alternative model we're having 32 gigabyte internal memory, but not, at least at the moment, here in Europe. I don't know your local market, so please check this for yourself. I do not know, but at least it's not a big a deal, I guess, because below this flap over here you have, beside the micro SIM card, you have the micro SD slot up to 64 gigabyte, so you can expand your memory. So this is not a big point, I guess, in my opinion. So, but nevertheless, you should have heard about that. Okay, I hope this is enough for a first impression of the Asus Fonepad Note FHD 6, coming end of October, beginning of November to Europe, or to Germany at least. As I told you, Asus is telling us a price of 349 euros without any contract. I guess from the beginning the street price will be around about 330 euros without any contract. And at the moment we have that Samsung Galaxy Note 3 here in the market for a little bit up of 600 euros without any contract. So this is big price difference, I guess. So think about that, and yeah, I hope it's helping you on your decisions. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you back soon.